back to the map. Maybe I should talk to Irliet, actually, after that. Possibly Heinrichs. The two of them might have dialogue relating to it. So let's actually go back. I know we've had way too much dialogue, but whenever an event happens that I think connects to one of our main characters, it feels good to talk to them then so I don't forget later on. So Heinrichs, you're right here. Anything you want to say?
To what do I owe this visit?
No. And Irliet?
Elantak?
No.
I trust your journeys were fruitful.
I'm surprised that she doesn't have anything to say. Because I assume that she would have a response about her disagreement with how I handled that. But I guess not. Alright, back to Omicron for that quest. Your lordship. Judging from his tone, Danrock is practically bursting with hidden enthusiasm. I humbly apologize for distracting you from matters of the Protectorate, but I simply must beg for a moment of your time. After all, this concerns the illustrious Mistress Cabela. Doubtless, it has not escaped your powers of insight that she has been rather not herself lately. Truly, Mistress Cabela's soul is tenebrous is a tenebrous place, but even I noticed the change in her bearing. When I finally had a spare moment to think on what could be done to address this, it dawned on me. Another social occasion. I dare say the first one went rather well, did it not? I do not think this is such a good idea. I mean, she didn't necessarily like it, but it was the event that sparked off our romance. Mainly when we left it. Well then, let us enjoy one more moment of leisure. I am sick and tired of her quirks. I will not waste any more of my time on them. We can try it. Or maybe this will lead to more dialogue about his plan, rather than just saying yes. I do not think this is such a good idea. On the contrary, your lordship, I approached Mistress Cabela with a conversation, and she herself suggested that a repeat event would be appropriate and even desirable. What? Cabela herself wants to organize another event? Precisely. I was somewhat flabbergasted at the proposal, I must admit, but if such is Mistress Cabela's wish, how can I not try to please both of you once more? Well then, let us enjoy one more moment of leisure. Marvelous. I already have some ideas in mind, this time a more private engagement on Dargonas. With a view from the spire, I shall begin the preparations as soon as we arrive on the capital world. When you are ready, just find me at the palace, and this most pleasing of evening can commence. Lord Captain, we have visitors on the bridge seeking an audience. Your presence is required. Okay. Who is it gonna be? Oh. It's the clergy. Ecclesiarchy, I suppose. Or are these administratum? The High Factotum bows low to you. Your lordship, if I may beg a minute of your precious attention. I am elated to notify you that a delegation of high ecclesiarchs of the Adeptus Ministorum have arrived on your vessel. The holiest of his servants have come to proclaim their veneration before the rogue trader. You're faithful to his word and fearful of his wrath. Long may the Von Valentius name be praised in the annals of the Imperium. May the God Emperor protect this dynasty from peril and adversity. Noble Ignatius Von Valentius, word of your righteousness and diligence in serving him has spread to the farmost corners of the Koronus Expanse. It would be folly to let a paragon such as you travel among the stars without firm spiritual support. We're here to correct this egregious oversight. From this day forth, this ship will be consecrated daily and nightly by the servants of the ecclesiarchy, given to you for toils eternal. so that his light in these halls may never fade. The Ecclesiarchy grants you a holy relic, a banner of Saint Cognatius obtained in the conquest of the Expanse. May this gift instill trepidation and reverence in the hearts of your subjects, and the altar created to bear it become a place of prayer for your senior officers. Does your lordship wish to witness the installation of the altar and banner? You would be the first to kneel before the relic and set the example of piety for the crew. Be a great honor. Oh, it's going up right here in the middle of our main deck. I thought it'd be in the chapel. Yeah, let's turn our thoughts to the God Emperor. Behind the glass of the altar lies the banner of St. Cognatius, a relic left behind by one of the Imperium's... We're too fast. Greatest and most mysterious missionaries who converted more than one world into the righteous faith. Well, neat. So that's the back half of our ship. Okay. Cool. Or of our captain's deck. Not our ship. The ship is like multiple kilometers long. But we are back to here. Can we finally do whatever this quest was that we got like at the start of the game? Here, the Savannah world, which has a magnetic storm we were unable to pierce through with our lower quality aspects. Magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of augur rays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations in their blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of this emperor-forsaken planet. Okay, we are still leaving this unwelcome world. Maybe he will return here one day. We still can't pierce through that magnetic storm. We have 20 extractiums. That's cool stuff. And something going on Vibo 6. Pure blood. Okay. Lord Captain's presence will be required. Sounds good. So we could grab Holy Servitude or Underground Workers. But we wanted Extractium Metallica, I think. Granted, I don't know that the mobile Extractiums are so important since we apparently have 20 of them on board. But also a ring that does one melta is probably not great either. So we just did Pure Blood. This will give me Promethium that I don't care for. And we're definitely not doing Captive Xenos. No, I think we're not doing anything with any of those. Janus finished, which gives us this, which would have been useful in that last mission. It's going to slightly reduce our lower warp skill. But tons of extra damage against demons. Feels pretty good. So you're locked. Right, and then we were going to choose between these. Specifically, we just need more reputation. Any others that are done? No. Okay. Let's pop back out of... Actually, before I forget, let's put this on. So you are giving me... How big of a bonus? It's not really showing. Willpower bonus. So we're getting a plus 12 to our lore warp. So it's going to drop from a 127 to 115 to get huge bonuses against demons. It's probably worth it. I assume late game we're going to be going against more demons. At least it feels like the sort of thing of how you would ramp up the danger in the game. So let's head back up here and then make our way down to Footfall. Lord Captain, an urgent message. Armed forces have arrested a dangerous saboteur who attempted to gain entry onto the bridge. This incident may be worthy of your attention. You see, both the saboteur and the circumstances of his capture are rather strange. You cannot tell if Vigidus sounds baffled or worried. I think it would be reasonable for Magos Pascal to take a look at him as well. What is so unusual about the saboteur and the way he was captured? The thing is, Lord Captain, the saboteur is most definitely a tech priest. He found his way aboard the ship and penetrated all of our security systems with staggering ease. Both his ability to communicate with machine spirits and the combat potential of his augmentations are extraordinary. Nevertheless, the enforcers managed to capture him. During the arrest, the intruder, he offered no resistance at all. Instead, he asked for an audience with the great machine spirit. When he realized that the enforcers had no idea what he was talking about, he asked to meet with you. I considered it necessary to apprise you of the situation, so he wants to talk to Nomos. This infiltration of a rogue trader's ship operated by authorized engine seers casts doubt on my tech comrade's stability. If he is indeed my tech comrade, that is. Regardless, I request permission to communicate with the captive. Very well, I'll speak to him. Understood, Lord Captain. The saboteur will be brought to you. The group of servitors whose movements are suspiciously well synchronized stares at the towering prisoner. You do not need to hear them speak to recognize Nomos, who has seen fit to attend the interrogation. The captured man, if he can be called that, looks positively gigantic next to the enforcers at his side. Deadly-looking metal gleams dimly beneath his faded crimson robes. His hands are folded obediently, and his mechadendrites are perfectly still. Asclepius. I greet the master of this vessel, Cathedral, and offer my humble apologies for this unbidden intrusion. My apologies to you as well, brother. The interloper inclines his head in the direction of the frowning Pascal. Then the prisoner turns slightly and looks straight at Nomos' observing servitors, and of course, I must beg forgiveness from you, Great Spirit. It was not my intention to desecrate your temple. Before I accept your apologies, tell me who you are and why you infiltrated my ship. I honor the fraternity of the omniscient servants. It pains me to see you trespassing on board like a thief instead of arriving as a guest. Your apology is accepted. For your prompt admission of guilt, I will allow you to choose the method of your execution. I'm gonna go with 2. I kind of like one of just, before I accept your apologies, tell me what's going on, but also just stating plainly that we're friendly to the tech priest and you could have just come aboard rather than been welcomed aboard rather than trespassing like a thief. The giant's shoulders shift slightly. For that I apologize as well. I did not expect to find understanding amidst the suffocating ignorance that abounds within the laity, and even many of my brethren. For this reason I chose to carry out my mission in secret without seeking your permission. My name, if it matters, is Asclepius, formerly a computator general of the Cognizance fleet, now a liber recluse with a status of Malatek. Oh. Malateks are the ones that are like one step away from being heretics by how far they stray from what is accepted by the tech priests. Malateks are exiles whose ideas have not crossed the line of heresy yet have come close to it. They are removed from the fleet structure to give them a chance to see the folly of their ways and prevent sedition from spreading. Pascal's voice sounds unusually alarmed. All of that is trivial. My past is nothing but a set of archive data. My lost status is a part replacement string in the long chronicle of the Cognizance fleet. I come not as the priesthood's messenger, but as a faithful disciple of the most holy Amarnat. Of course, Amarnat's part of this. My brother once served as the engineer prime on this ship. Asclepius gestures around him reverently. He was an adherent of the school of discontinuing the cycle, as am I. Amernat was the tech priest on this ship? Amernat as in the one that the tech priest has been searching for all along. He was the Engineer Prime of this ship. Huh. You would think that any of our high-ranking officers would have mentioned that every time Pascal has been talking about Amernat. It has spread that far. It is difficult to discern Pascal's emotions from his tone. I know that my brother perished. Oh, no. He's not talking about Amernat here. He's a faithful disciple of the Holy Amernat. And then he has a brother who served as the Engineer Prime. Probably the Engineer Prime who died at the very start of the game. Kind of off screen. Which led to us needing to get a new Engineer Prime of Pascal. And that Engineer Prime also followed its discontinuation of the cycle. Okay, I'm caught up now. I know that my brother perished, but before he did, he sent me a message that told of a journey embarked upon by Theodore von Valentius, a journey through a dimensional gate, an artifact more ancient than humanity itself, and toward worlds unknown. The blessed Amernat was with her. Okay, no. Amernat has been here. So Amernat was with Theodora when they picked up Nomos, presumably. In whatever that original form was. As was the old Engineer Prime that is his brother in faith. There upon those dark worlds he witnessed a great miracle, the birth of a machine spirit of incalculable might. My brother believed that this spirit fell aslumber within this ship like a child in a cradle, not responding to lowly pleas. That was the purpose of my pilgrimage, to reach the ship where my brother died, the ship upon whose decks the blessed Amernat has walked, and prostrate myself before the Great Spirit. Amernat traveled on this ship? Yes, he did. My brother's words on that were clear. Years ago, Amernat was part of the rogue trader Theodore's inner circle before their ways parted. Again, Pascal's been going on about Amernat since he got on board. The fact that no one has mentioned this. If he was one of her inner circle, must have been ages before, because we don't know how old Theodora was. But assuming that all of our current head crew members were relatively new, and so they were after the time of Amernat, maybe. Tell me more about Theodore's journey. My knowledge of it is scarce. My brother suspected that his memory, along with the memory of all who might have known the details, had been purposefully modified. He saw it as a sign that the journey had revealed a great truth, that there were those who did not wish to see that truth brought to light. All that he conveyed to me was that Theodora had reached worlds unlike any the people of the Koronus Expanse had ever seen. There she unearthed a great treasure of technology, one that Amernat had the privilege of experiencing. What do you know about this great spirit? It is a great miracle, the Omnissiah's breath meant to help us discontinue the cycle. It was born of the treasure that Amernat and Theodora discovered upon the dark worlds. Yet even a being so glorious needs attendants and guides. And as long as the Cognizant's fleet is racked by schism and my brothers and sisters suffer defeats without end, there is no one to aid the spirit. That's why I came here. Does the name Nomos mean anything to you? Nothing. He has not come to know us yet. He will if you let him, Ignatius. We know. We sense that his words are about us, that the story he has told is our story. Well, obviously. You are strong, yet you let yourself be caught. I took a vow that I would never inflict physical harm upon lay people. The Omnissiah grants us the power of the true flesh for the purpose other than damaging the frail and blind creatures that are all who have not yet tasted his knowledge. Well, I appreciate that. I have made my decision regarding your fate. Whatever it is, I will accept it. As will I, and yet I plead that my brother be shown leniency. His story initializes thought. We ask you to keep him before us. Nomos servitors speak up suddenly in the faintest of whispers. I'm just saying, this guy is obviously heavily augmented based on description. The assumption that he doesn't have good ears, augmented ears, so that he can hear Nomos whispering seems silly. Like, every time Nomos speaks, he should be hearing that and just being like, okay, I know exactly what you're saying and that you are Nomos. So dogmatic, I find you guilty of offenses against the cult Mechanicus and House von Valentius. Your crimes warrant punishment more severe than death. You will atone by serving me and therefore the Imperium. Okay, that's a way of giving him what he wants, but calling it a punishment so that you meet the requirements of being dogmatic. Iconoclast, your actions have caused no harm, and so I shall not harm you. You are free, you may stay on my ship if you so choose. Or heretical, you are now mine, and you shall obey my every whim. So all three lead to the same result, which is mind-boggling. Or you will be executed for your crimes, my decision is final. Huh. So we can execute him, or any of the three that lead to him staying here, serving, and looking after Nomos. I'm going to go with the dogmatic, of course. Find you guilty of offenses against the cult Mechanicus and House von Valentius. Your crimes warrant punishment more severe than death. You will atone by serving me and therefore the Imperium. I could not ask for more. All I wish is to remain in these halls and observe in reverence the Great Spirit's deeds. Let the cycle be discontinued. Nomos servitors turn their heads to you and nod all at once in what can be interpreted as an expression of gratitude. Wonder where that's going to lead long term. Alright, as usual, let's see if Pascal has anything to say, since that related to him.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Nope.
May you...
Alright, then let's head back out. Alright, down to Furibundus finally. The clan servicing the Void Shield Array petitions the Lord Captain for aid. Compartments were becoming overrun with putrescent fungal corruption. The mycelium claimed one chamber after another. The thick black spores poisoned the rogue trader's servants, causing their eyes to burst and their veins to swell until their skin ruptured. The clan was issued reinforced unirobes and gas masks so they could keep working while the soldiers burned away the infestation. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Our vessel did take damage though, so let's look into repairing that. Costs basically nothing. I don't think we needed to change anything else with our ship. Alright, footfall. Let's go meet with the Inquisitor. Lord Captain, we've received a Vox message from Footfall. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of Malleus Extremis. Docking will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. Wow. Station's custodian, Her Ladyship Incendia Corda, sends her greetings and invites your lordship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her forces will meet you there to escort you to another chamber for a private audience. The Vox crackles with static as Jai's honeyed voice fills the air. Prodigious, the salve of my heart. Forgive the intrusion, but I have important business with the rogue trader. Oh, Shireen, I simply wish to remind you about my numbskull crew who got themselves captured by some rival ashmags. Vladimir is too occupied for schemes, and besides, Incendia Corda has already put him in his place, which leaves only Falco. May the Agi tear his soul to pieces. Footfall is straight ahead, and I would rather not waste the precious sand still left in the hourglasses of their lives. He threw a wrench into the works, making my trade network fall apart like a badly assembled chrono. No income, no profits, only damages, all because my right hand is chained up on one of Footfall's asteroids. How about we pay Falco a courtesy visit? I'm sure your imposing visage will loosen his tongue and maybe, just maybe, untie the hands of my crew. Let's go and see what happened to your crew. We'll deal with this later. There are more pressing issues to address right now. Or I could not care less about your crew and their troubles. They will have to sort it out on their own. Let's go see what happened to your crew. I'm fine with bringing her with me. Shireen, have I mentioned that you are the most fragrant rosebush in the entire blossoming garden of the Koronus Expanse? If this is all you have to say, the Voxmaster unceremoniously boots Jai from the channel. Apologies, Lord Captain. What will be your instructions? What other options for landing on Footfall do we have? Or very well, let's take a look at Footfall's new hospitality. Or I'm not walking into this mousetrap now at least. I am fine following Incendia's protocol. And see where that takes us. Generally, while I don't agree with her methods, her goals are good. And I'm sure that after we go through her protocol of talking, we can then move on to talking to the Inquisitor. Very well, let us take a look at the Footfall's new hospitality. As you wish, Lord Captain. Like, could we have found another way in? Maybe. This is fine. Lord Inquisitor and the Lord Captain. So we want to bring Jai with us. I think we're going to drop Irliet because, yeah, Ulfar wants to be there because he wants to find out what's happening with the Inquisition and his battle brothers. Anyone else that I feel should be there? Arguably Abelard could, since we're dealing with other rogue traders. But I don't think I can justify leaving any of the others. Like, Pascal has to be there for all of our tech tests. Heinrich should be there because we're meeting with the Inquisition. And Cassia should be there because she's always in the party, because she's amazing. Oh, we're gonna have to level up Jai so much. Yikes. Not as bad as if we ever take out a deer again. Level 16, that's gonna be rough. Okay, so we're going to want to talk to Incendia Corda. Wow, we've got Skitaris right here. Impressive. Trolling Confessors. Inquisition Acolytes. Yeah, there's a lot going on just right here. Anyway, Jai.
You love to take charge, don't you?
Let's... Oh, we got to finish up your Master Tactician and then give you a few of your next? Oh. This is going to take time. Alright. Let's see. Lore Imperium, Lore Xenos, Medicae, Commerce are all some of your best. And Persuasion. We look at Commerce. Cassie is better, and Cassie is always in the team. I mean, there's some truth to that, but not all fights end first turn. There's been a few that I can't kill everyone quite yet, and I need the rest of the party to take over. So I don't need you for Commerce, or Coercion, or Carouse. Oh yeah, your Carouse is terrible, never mind. Lore Imperium. I'm just assuming I'm going to always have Cassia. So... yeah, I don't need any of her skills because there's someone else who's better at all of them. Yeah, if I didn't win the fight right away, they could die. Yep. That's my way of protecting my crew, is just killing everyone instantly with fire. We'll go with Commerce. She doesn't need any specific skills, and Commerce feels like a thing that fits her character. So why not? I can't do Ballistics or Fellowship. And those are the only two that you actually care about. Could boost your weapon skill, but I doubt you're ever going to do melee things. Perception, I think, does help ballistics. Yeah, so maybe perception's not on your list. Of course not. We'll go agility then. I don't have anything marked for you. I don't think any of these really mattered to me. Don't care about your skills. So probably characteristics, but we still can't do ballistic or fellowship, so therefore I don't care. We could boost your perception. I could give her, you know, Melta proficiency or plasma proficiency. Because I haven't given that to anyone yet. Though it would be weird because she's not a soldier. She's... I think she was like an officer, maybe? So her... She's supposed to be focused on boosting the rest of the party. I don't know. We'll just boost your perception. I don't really know how to use her. Let's see. Inspire. Target gains plus 5% damage and 5% additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage. We'll go Inspire. Why not? Boosting our momentum whenever anyone gains momentum. We hardly ever lose momentum. So that would just boost us. Still can't give you those, so we'll just boost your agility again. No, we can boost perception now. Brilliant. Perception... How does agility help you? Initiative, dodge... Yeah, just boost your dodge and initiative. I don't think that matters. Reducing the ability for enemies to dodge you, I think, is better. We keep going commerce? Why not? I don't remember what tactical advantage is. I feel like that's a thing I should know. But if it's one of her key abilities, then we'll give her some more stacks. Now we're back to here. Can't boost your perception anymore. I think I will give you plasma. Allows the character to use plasma weapons. Yep. Plasma expert gives +2 maximum damage. Sure. Alright. So whenever you use your orchestrated firestorm, Selects a 3x3 zone on the battlefield. All allies, including the Master Tactician, that have line of sight to any enemies in the selected zone, make an immediate single attack against a random enemy within the zone that they can target with their weapons. Cool. Master Tactician and one random ally make 2 attacks against instead of 1. Can be used multiple times per combat, once per turn. So she'd be able to use it repeatedly. All allies, including the Master Tactician, that have a weapon capable of area attacks, use those area attacks instead of single attack against enemies as part of Orchestrated Firestorm and Last Volley. All allies within the zone gain plus 35% armor against until the end of the Master Tactician's next turn. And already any allies... Our allies are automatically going to dodge all friendly fire. So, yeah, let's also use area attacks. So, rather than single shots, use any sort of burst or area attacks you have available. I'm good with that. Now you move on to Exemplar. Ugh. So much. At one point I went through these and sort of figured out which ones were good for ranged attacks. Not that, obviously. I don't mind that one. I don't know if you're applying effects because I haven't really used you in combat. You probably have a decent dodge, yeah? Not bad, 82. So... Nah, it's gonna be like a 4% bonus to critical hit chance and critical damage. Deadly aim is fine. You seem fine. She's a bit like Cassia, giving extra turns and buffs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If she's an officer like Cassia, then it makes sense. Just... yeah. Don't remember how we built up that whole archetype level. Plus 2 additional action points during the first turn of battle. Most battles don't get that many turns. Ooh, if she grants extra turns, she can give those people more damage. Assuming she has the same ability that Cassia has, which she probably does, then that means if she can give that to our character, we'll do 15% more damage during that extra turn. I think that is a powerful choice. Hmm. I have no idea. Sure, we'll go with that. Oh, I meant to click it. Alright, skills. Again, your skills don't matter. But I will boost your... I mean, technically you can get above Cassia in Lore Imperium. So I probably should do that so that if you're in the party, we have that even better. Free reloads around could be good. Or reducing enemies' chance of hitting us in cover could also be good. I'll go with that one for now. There we go. We can boost your ballistic skill. Or boosting your fellowship, because that's probably what a lot of your skills are based on. Maybe so. So I gave you... Was it Melta? No, it was Plasma. So let's give you Plasma Expert to do more damage with plasma weapons. That's very good. Yeah, we'll go with there. Skill-wise, give you Lore Imperium again. Just to have that be crazy high. We'll give you Death Dealer. I don't know how much you're going to be killing, but if you're using a plasma weapon, maybe. Or Degraded Defense. Maybe reducing enemies' defenses makes sense. We'll get the reloads going. Give you more fellowship. Round it out to a nice even number. I have no idea. Temporary wounds doesn't really matter. Sure, boosting resolve. I don't know. There we go. Good enough.